Sally up, bring Sally down. Last done start, gotta tell the ground. Bring Sally up, bring Sally down. Last done start, gotta tell the ground. Bring Sally up, bring Sally down. Last done start, gotta tell the ground. Bring Sally up, bring Sally down. Last done start, gotta tell the ground. Bring Sally up, bring Sally down. Last done start, gotta tell the ground. Bring Sally up, bring Sally down. Last done start, gotta tell the ground. Bring Sally up, bring Sally down. Last done start, gotta tell the ground. Bring Sally up, bring Sally down. Last done start, gotta tell the ground. Oh, Miss Blue, dead gone. Left me head
Hello everybody and welcome to a Tuesday Monday night here at the Milwaukee Mile for the CORT Racing Championship Series. 150 laps, 150 miles tonight, round number 5 here at the Milwaukee Mile. Ben Kilcrease up here in the booth alongside me, and producing the show as well as Matt Weisbrook. Matt, here we are at the flat Milwaukee Mile. This is going to be a good race.
Yep, and I've been waiting for this one since our last coverage of the Indianapolis 250. Heck of a performance there. Sad it had to end under caution, but here we are back again at the Milwaukee Mile.
That we are, and we'll talk about the Indy 250 a little bit later on in the broadcast and cover who won it, who had a good car, who crashed, who flipped, and all that good stuff here in just a bit. But now let's go ahead and look at the starting lineup. Starting on the pole, it's the number 42 of Stephen Taylor. To his outside is the 8th, Timothy Silliman. Michael Duell and Nick Stoller make up row 2. Row 3 has Mike Cusby and Brian Sullivan. Row 4, Scott Mullen, Joseph Cervone. Row 5, Scott Olson, Daniel Holloway. Row 6, Troy McLaughlin, Andrew Hayes. Row 7, Jake Finch, Chris Sweat. Row 8, Johnny Martin, John Dragonetti. Row 9, Wayne Lemke Jr., Stefan Arsenault. Row 10, Patrick Healy, Riley Roush. Row 11, Jeff Gilmore, Cody Morfogle. And row 12, Dave Dambois and Tim Watson. 24 cars set to take the green flag here at the Milwaukee Mile. Patience will be key here tonight. Also, another key factor will be tires as we get set for the green flag at the flat 1 mile speedway. Pace car looking to pull on down to pit road. Stephen Taylor, Timothy Silliman, bring him to the green flag. There it is, and we're racing 50 miles here in the CORT Training Paints Championship Series. Clean and green so far, 3 wide, a little bit up front. That was for the 5th position. Scott Olson making up some time there, and just like that, lap 1 already in the books. Stephen Taylor got that one, battled for the 2nd position. Look out, got a little bit close there. Silliman leads Michael Duell. That is for the 2nd position. Duell backs off him just a little bit now. There's a single file line of Hungary Indy cars behind him. There'll be a tremendous amount of action all around the track tonight. We'll try our best to get every piece covered. But Matt, with 24 cars going 160 miles an hour, 170 even at some point, it's going to be pretty hard to cover all of it at one time.
That's right, Ben. Action, like you said, all over the track. It's hard just trying to keep up with every battle that's going on, whether it's 1st, 4th, 5th, or 15th.
Yep. Clean and green so far, working to complete lap number 4. Taylor still the leader over Timothy Silliman. Silliman hasn't let him get too far away. There's a battle for the 4th position. Olson gets it from Nick Stoller. Now Stoller's on the outside of Mike Cusby. They get single file back on the back straight. Looking a little bit further back, Cody McCorkle on the number 97, battling his way around some cars. Riley Roush is in that mix, as well as David Dan Boyce. This is back there around the 18th position. Got a battle for the 15th position. Daniel Holloway looking to the inside of Chris Sweat in the number 7. Bit of evasive action there to try and keep John Dragonetti behind him there. Dragonetti's actually going to make a pass on the outside. Sweat's going to lose 2 positions in 1 lap right there, possibly 3 heading into 3.
You know, I've been watching that maneuver there on the front stretch. That was kind of a risky move and really too early for blocking to be going on here at Milwaukee.
Only that was lap 7 last time when that happened. Lap 8 now. Like you said, way too early. Really putting defensive maneuvers on like that. One driver really making his way through the field. Watching these past few laps. He qualified 10th but fell back. He's making his way back up to the field, I should say. Is Daniel Holloway in that number 23. He just worked his way around Jonas Savone to get back to the 12th position. Got a little bit of ways to go before he can get up to Troy McLaughlin and Jake Finch, but they're battling pretty hard in that battle up there. Back up at the front of the pack, Stephen Taylor leads Michael Duell, Scott Olson, and Timothy Silliman, who has fallen back to 4th right now. Just behind him, riding out the top 5, that's Nick Stoller, the number 98. Behind him, you have Brian Sullivan. Mike Husby's fallen back to the 7th position. Scott Mullen, who was quickest in practice, look for him to be a factor in this race here come the end. He is sitting 8th right now. And the top 8, man, good racing there, all tail to nose as we work our way on lap 12 through 3 and 4.
That's right, been a lot of close racing here with these top 8. Fun to watch, neck and neck, side by side. It's going to be a heck of a race here at Milwaukee. I'm excited to see what's going to happen with these guys.
A little bit of 2 wide back there in the back of that little pack. That's Brian Sullivan working his way around Nick Stoller. Now Husby looking to the inside. Stoller's going to have have a slight advantage. He looked to dive low. No, he'll stay high. Down in 1 and 2. He'll lose 2, possibly 3 positions here. Mullen lets him through. For the lead, we almost saw a short track bump and run from Michael Dewell. Now looks to the inside of him. That's a battle for the second position. Olsen's going to take it down in turn number 1, but here comes Dewell looking to make a kill crease crossover, maybe on the back stretch. No, not going to have enough momentum, and he'll have to ride behind Olsen. Olsen now looks to attack the leader, Stephen Taylor, to see if Olsen can't get a piece of the lead tonight. $16 miles already in the books of this 150-lap race. We want to thank you for tuning in with us here tonight on Noble Network 1, or Noble Network 2, the Twitch channel Noble Network 2. Well, the reason there are 2 channels is because right now on our other channel, Noble Network 1, there is a live race going on there too, and that is the season finale in the PowerTech Power Solutions Nationwide Series at Homestead Miami Speedway over there at Noble Motorsport. Olsen has run up right to the rear end of Stephen Taylor. But Matt catching him is one thing, and passing him is a completely different other, as we all know with these Indy cars.
And Ben, it looks like Olsen's about ready to take him here in turn 1, and he is. He's clear through 1. Scott Olsen, your new leader.
Just as I say that, Olsen makes it look like stealing candy from a baby. And Scott Olsen, now your new leader here at the Milwaukee Mile. Taylor, though, not going to let him get too far away. Back behind these guys, they're the top 3 getting someone singled out. There's a battle for the 4th position. Timothy Silliman looking to the inside of Brian Sullivan. He's looking to take it down in turn 2. Won't have the momentum, but they're still side by side. Sullivan had a slight advantage there. Sullivan not going to give up. Look, oh, Husby gets out of shape behind him. That could have been big if he was. Silliman still trying to work that inside line. He sticks almost that whole car on the inside of that yellow curve down in 1 and 2. And I think he might be losing a little bit of time there, but I'm not going to say anything. He knows what he's doing. There we go. Sullivan slides up the track. Silliman's going to take it. Husby's looking to do the same on the front straightaway. Mike Husby going to take that position. That's 5th. Sullivan back to 6th. Just behind him, Scott Mullen and Nick Stoller, tail to nose. Should say the leader is pulling away. That's Scott Olsen, and 2 behind him, Stephen Taylor and Michael Dewell. They're battling it out for position. Olsen is just in a world of his own, though, here in the early going at the Milwaukee Mile.
From the looks of it, Ben, Scott Olsen's in a whole nother time zone compared to these other guys.
Yeah, and I figured we'd see one or two of the leaders today kind of pull out and get a pretty big advantage, but it's early on. Olsen has pulled almost a half a straightaway length lead over second place. Oh, good second place. Speaking of him, sideways through corner number 4. He was able to save it. And just like that, he picks it right back up and continues to battle. No, he almost makes contact there. He might have slight damage to that machine. That's Michael Dewell on number 88. That could have been huge for some top competitors there. Everybody able to avoid him, and we're still green flag here at the Milwaukee Mile, and Scott Olsen loved to see that because that just allowed him to pull that much further away.
I'll tell you, somebody that probably needs a new fire suit right now is that 42 of Stephen Taylor. Seeing Michael Dewell slide in front of him coming out of 4. Holy cow. Wow, a lot of guys got lucky there.
Oh yeah, there's not many time where you see a sideways Indy car in front of you and you don't escape without flying over the top of him or smacking the wall a good bit. So a great job by Dewell saving it there, and a great job by everybody else avoiding it. Battle for second place, Silliman to the inside of Stephen Taylor. Taylor's been very lenient here in the early part of this race. He's just giving the positions up. If they want him, he's saying, go ahead, take it. I've still got quite a bit of more racing to go, and I can dash you right back if needed. And he's battling side by side with Mike Husby right now. Husby was all the way back in 8th position just a few laps ago. He's looking to make his way into the top 3 down in corner number 1 and 2. Taylor, though, battling him pretty hard.
These two guys don't watch it. Brian Sullivan and Michael Dewell are going to be taking those spots from them too.
Look at them all gaggled up right there off of corner number 4. This could be a recipe for disaster, and finally Husby's able to get it cleared. But now that's going to put Sullivan and Taylor side by side with Dewell nowhere to go. And Dewell, by the way, that was the guy who was completely sideways off of corner number 4 just a few laps ago. Dewell gets around Taylor. Now he looks to the inside of Brian Sullivan on the front straightaway. That's for the 4th position, and he'll take it. Michael Dewell coming back from the sideways, almost catastrophe, back into the top 4. A little bit further on back, Troy McLaughlin in the number 92 leads a small little pack of machines. David Danboy is actually looking to the inside of him there. McLaughlin going to give it to him. Stephen Arsenault's in that battle as well, tagging along to the end there. That's Cody McCorkle in the number 97. Scott Olson will soon be running into lap traffic. The first car he'll catch is Patrick Healy in that number 75. By the way, if Patrick Healy makes it into the top 10 tonight, a donation will be given on our behalf here at Noble Network 1 and on the behalf of his sponsor to the Racing for Chelsea Foundation. He's got a little bit of work to do as he's almost lapped right now by Scott Olson, and they'll let him go right there. If you're just joining us here at the Milwaukee Mile, first off, shame on you. Secondly, we've been clean and green so far. We're working on lap number 35. Scott Olson has put a demanding lead on the rest of the field, 4.5 seconds right now as we sit over the rest of the field. Timothy Silliman sits second. Well, I'll go ahead and run it down. Let's look at the top 5. Silliman sits second. Mike Husby is third. 4th is Michael Dewell. He was sideways in the early 20 laps there. And Brian Sullivan rounds out the top 5.
Ben, one thing I'm seeing here right now, Scott Olson putting on a clinic here at the Milwaukee Mile like he does on the road courses the majority of the time.
Yeah, I really was just thinking the same thing. I'm thinking, man, he's taking what he knows from the road course. And Matt, this track, it's an oval, yes, but it's a flat. And aren't all road courses mainly flat? He might be taking his experience from the road courses and putting it to good use here on the flat oval, because we know that most 1.5 miles here in the IndyCars, you can just go out there and hold it wide open. Well, it's not really that easy, but it's pretty easy to do. But here at Milwaukee, it takes some good driving, and I think Olson is using his experience from the road course side of things to really work his way around this track.
I think time will tell, Ben, as the race goes on, as we just hit lap 40 of 150, 111 to go here. at Milwaukee. What happens for Scott Olson? Will he be able to conquer this place and get his oval win that he's been looking for? I think it's time, and we'll find out.
Certainly will. We've still got pit stops coming up. These guys could possibly make it on a tank of fuel, but the car in front of Olson gets into the wall there. But Matt, we've been hearing from some of the drivers before the race that they might actually want to come down before then and go trouble. Second place, Timothy Silliman in the wall. No caution yet. Was really battling hard for position, and he gets to the inside of the track right now. A bad break for Timothy Silliman as we get you guys set for the replay. That was just real hard racing between he and Michael Duell there, and racing incident there. They both run out of a little bit of room there, and Silliman's car gets up and off the ground, and into the wall he goes. Clean and green. But as I was saying before that incident, we've been heard some of the drivers say that they actually might want to come down for tires before they want to come down for fuel, just because it could be that tick bit faster when it all comes down to it. Got a real good battle for the second position, a real good battle for third. Chaz Mike Cusby on the outside of, excuse me, there, Nick Stoller. Stoller looking to take the fourth position. 1 and 3 and 4, he'll clear, and Husby falls a little bit back. Sullivan battling with Michael Duell. That's for the second position. Sullivan jumps out of line there. He'll look low here, not gonna get it done. A little bit further back, got some more hard racing between Scott Mullen and Jake Finch. Finch has worked his way into the top 10, qualified 13th tonight here at the Milwaukee Mile. Andrew Hayes sits right there behind Jake Finch as well.
And Ben, just as you mentioned, tires. I think a lot of these guys are using up their tires, and you're seeing a lot of these guys bump off the wall.
No, most definitely, and that's something that you have to try to avoid tonight. It may be hard, but that's something that you've absolutely have to avoid. It's hard for a racer just to sit back and take it easy. Trust me, I've been in that seat multiple times, but in races like this where tire conservation is key, Matt, you just have to back off the accelerator, and if somebody wants to pass you, let them go, because odds are with your better tires, you'll be able to pass him later on in the race. As Scott Olson cycles his way through quarter number 4, we're 1/3 of the way through with tonight's race already, and we've only been going at it for 20 minutes. You're watching the CORT Trading Paints Championship Series live on Noble Network. We're going to take a quick commercial break, and we'll be right back in a few minutes.
I felt it all at the hall, where it's a cool 33 degrees.
We experienced it all at the hall, where my son became the fastest man ever.
I relived it all at the hall, where my grandson asked me, "Did you really do all that?"
Experience high-octane fun during NASCAR Hall of Fame's Cure for the Common Summer, presented by Coca-Cola.
Welcome back to Noble Network 1. We are under caution for this. Nick Stoller scraping the wall off of 4, losing control, and then hitting the inside wall. He almost went up and over the inside wall. Went on the track. Nobody else was involved. Stoller was running 5th at the time of the crash. Caution out for the first time, though. Everybody is down pit road. It's getting a little bit busy. Oh boy, and that's a tight pit road exit right there. Even had some slight contact between a few machines. But overall, a good race off pit road. It looks like it's going to be Scott Olson to be out in front of everybody here on the exit of pit road. We'll get set for the restart. We'll let scoring do its thing. But while we do that, let's talk about the West Pro Series Late Model Season 3. We're not done with Season 2 yet. We only got 2 more race nights, though. Season 3 is set to kick off on November 10th with Jegs Pole Night at South Boston. The weekend after that, or Sunday after that, will be the South Boston 250. For the West Pro Series Late Models division. That'll kick off the season points, and that'll also kick off the Triple Crown Series, which consists of the South Boston 250, the USA 175, and the official online virtual Governor's Cup 200 at New Smyrna Speedway. If you want to check out the Jegs Pole Awards we have for this season, Matt saw them earlier. These things are massive. They're on on the West Pro Series Racing Association Facebook. These things are massive. There's a picture. I posted a picture up there with them beside a Jegs catalog, and it swallows that Jegs catalog up. These things are massive, and if you set on the pole, you get one of them every race this season.
I do hear, Ben, that there are plenty for the winners to take.
Oh yeah, we got some for this season, and talk with Jegs. Yeah, and talk with Jegs.com to continue their sponsorship. But I was sent 99, so we got plenty for the upcoming season. It looks like Jegs will be a sponsor with us at the West Pro Series for quite a while.
Lights are off, Ben. You know what that means.
I do know what that means, and, well, if you don't, that means we are going green flag racing this time by here at the Milwaukee Mile. Scott Olson. I think that Olson has forgotten that these things go single file.
Maybe he's wanted to go double file.
Well, the front row is double file, the rest single file like it's supposed to be. Olson and DeWell, the top 2, as we get set for the restart. Now they'll get it fixed. Pace car getting set to pull off. Here we go. Single file restarts. We're back in the gas and racing at Milwaukee. Clean so far down in the corner. Oh, no, a terrible crash. One car barrel rolling in the back. That's Cody McCorkle upside down and smoking in corner number 2. Getting the replay up for you guys right now. Like McCorkle just Holloway actually entered too low and swung a little wide, and McCorkle just had absolutely nowhere to go. And that was a big crash down in the middle of corners number 1 and 2. Take a moment to get all that cleaned up. Timothy Silliman, who I think had potential to win this thing. Matt, he is pulled it behind the wall after his contact with the wall a little bit earlier on. And Silliman's done for the night. Nick Stoller behind the wall. Wayne Lemke Jr., Daniel Holloway, and now Cody McCorkle are both on that list of cars behind the wall. I want to apologize for my hiccup there. I thought my button wouldn't pick it up. That happened on the Thursday night broadcast of the Noble Cup race too. I guess I'm going to have to, if I feel one coming on, I'm just going to have to let off the button 5 seconds before it actually does happen.
Or you just need to quit drinking.
But that was that was a hiccup for those of you concerned. Drinking what? Diet Pepsi, that's what I have.
Yes, Diet Pepsi.
By the way,
do it all the time.
That is not a paid plug for Diet Pepsi, to those of you wondering.
Diet Pepsi, the official sponsor of Ben Kilcrease. John Dragonetti swerving and bobbing and weaving and out there on the track as we saw.
Patrick Healy, the wave around this caution as we get set to get the lights off. They're not off yet. Healy's gonna, the pace car didn't leave him too much room up there, and he'll just go right to it because we can do that here at iRacing.
Actually, I'd like to apologize. That was Riley Roush that was getting a little wild out there on the front stretch, bobbing and weaving behind Mr. Damboys.
Get the tires warmed up for this restart, and you may not think it, but that is crucial. You don't want to get on the gas in these things, especially with cold tires, because you will loop these things around pretty easy. I've had that experience quite a many times, especially at a flat track like here at the Milwaukee Mile. Lights off atop the iRacing.com Ford Mustang pace car as we get set for the restart on lap number 64. Went clean the first 1/3 of the race while we were under commercial. We had our first caution, and then we just had our previous. Oh, and now we got a terrible crash under caution. One car flying through the air. And the lights come back out immediately as we've had a pilot under caution. That's unbelievable. Oh, and what happened? Oh, my goodness.
I believe somebody either dropped out of gear or somebody brake checked somebody.
It looked like Dewell just had something wrong with the car. He went from 43 to 29, and then that just piled up everybody. And Jake Finch got the worst of it there. He was the car flying through the air. John Dragonetti's the one that nailed him. My goodness.
I'm betting there's going to be some individuals in the hauler after this race.
Yeah, man, that's one of the craziest things I've ever seen. So what they are doing is we're putting some extra caution laps on the field here in order to let these guys get any damage repaired or at least get the damage looked at. And there's going to be a bunch of guys heading down pit road right there. Most of the top 5 and top 6, probably half of the top 10 with damage under that caution.
Trying to figure out why Steven Taylor stayed out. His rear wing is all bent out of shape.
Yeah, I don't know. That's a little bit risky move there, I would think. But back to the initial incident, Michael Dewell, I don't know what happened with his car there. I've never seen anything like that. It looked like you said, Matt, it either jumped out of gear. I don't think he brake checked that hard, but it either jumped out of gear or something went wrong with that car to cause him to slow down that much in that little a time. And then just everybody behind him in a single file line just had nowhere to go. Now Steven Taylor opts to pit. And we're hearing right now that Dewell is just saying it jumped out of gear and it just stopped with him, so that'll certainly do it here at the Milwaukee Mile. Lights off on the pace car. We are going to go green flag racing this time by. Olsen going to restart with the lead. Mullen second. David Dambois up to third. Fourth, Riley Roush. And fifth is Stephen Arsenault as we get set for the green flag here at the Milwaukee Mile. Pace car looking to pull down onto the pit road. Olsen in control of the field. Pace car's down. Green is out. We're racing again here at the Milwaukee Mile. Problems on the back straightaway. Smoke, and there were cars sideways. Everybody makes it through for now. That might not be the case later on. One car pulling down to the pits. Couldn't quite see who it was. It looked like Dambois. It was actually Chris Sweat. Steven Taylor trying to make up some positions back there in the 42. He's battling with Mike Husby right now. He's got a snarling pack of machines behind him. Taylor's actually slow on the apron. Or on the bottom of the track. He gets it back up to speed right here on the front straightaway.
Ben, I'm wondering how much of that damage is going to play effect here for these guys. Dealing with the downforce of these cars, how well it's going to be able to allow them to turn.
Oh, it's going to play a huge dividend in the finish of this race. I'm no mastermind or IndyCar mastermind by any means, but it's just I could tell by the velocity of the hits these guys took. Not only is it going to damage the aerodynamics of the car, but it's going to do a damage, like you said, how it turns. And I'm pretty sure some of these guys even have suspension damage as well, just from, like I said, the velocity of the hit. A very big storyline, though, that is going to make. And like I said, one of the strangest things I've seen in a while. And I've said that pretty much in every court race we've had this season, but that it's got to top everything so far.
Kind of another developing story is our points leader, Brian Sullivan, currently riding 16th. He's at the back of the pack. He's going to take a good hit here in the points, I think, if he doesn't step up his performances. We're almost halfway through this race.
Sullivan has just now actually pulled it behind the wall, so Sullivan is done for the night. He might finish outside of the top 20 here at Milwaukee. This time for Scott Olsen, he'll see cross flags at the flag stand halfway here at the Milwaukee Mile. I want to thank you for tuning in with us. It's been a very interesting race so far. We've seen crashes under green, and we've seen a pile up under caution all here tonight at the Milwaukee Mile.
Ben, kind of going through these current standings right now. Patrick Healy started off the race. It's our first car that got a lap down, was able to get his lap back. He's now riding 14th. Obviously, some of those cautions have helped him out tremendously, but he's in that top 15 spot. That's where he needs to be to help his cause, racing for Chelsea.
That it is, and Jake Finch, the guy right behind him for position, 1 lap down. So Healy looking to have a good finish tonight here at the Milwaukee Mile. David Dambois sits third here, running behind Scott Mullen and Scott Olson. If things continue like they are, this will be a tremendous run for that number 9 count.
You said it, Ben, so they can blame you.
Oh, yeah, tell me about it. Oh, problems right in front of him there. That's Wayne Lemke Jr., and he comes to a crawl off of corner number 4, and now the caution flies for the number 26 of Wayne Lemke Jr. Wow.
Got the replay up now, and Ben, he hit the apron, spun it around, and right into the wall. That's all she wrote for Wayne Lemke Jr.
And that was right in front of the leaders too. Just as I was talking about, Dambois having a good run, and like you said, I almost jinxed him there, so he escaped disaster, at least for now. Pace car collects the field, and we're working lap 80 right now. We are good to make it on fuel if we were to pit right now. Good till the end on fuel. So, what do? You come in, top off? Or do you wait, see if there's a caution later, or do you save as much as you can?
I think you see what the leader does. And that's exactly what's happening. Follow the leader. Here we go.
Olsen leads the train down pit road. I don't think anybody's going to stay out. Michael Dewell looks like he will be the only taker staying out. We hope he has his transmission problems fixed. Olsen's gonna narrowly beat Dambois out. Then it's gonna be Riley Roush over Scott Mullen, Troy McLaughlin, Andrew Hayes, Stephen Arsenault, Joseph Servone, Dragonetti. Jeff Gilmore, haven't spoke much of him. He's in the top 10. Stephen Taylor still on pit road, and a bunch of other guys still on pit road getting their damage repaired from that incident on caution. I want to remind you of our schedule here at Noble Network 1. The YLX Truck Series has come to an end. Finally, their season finale was last week at Homestead Miami Speedway. Trevor Smith came out with a championship. They were racing for a championship tonight, though, in the PowerTech Power Solutions Nationwide Series at Homestead Miami Speedway. That'll be their final race of the season. Next week, though, we still have, or excuse me, this week, actually tomorrow, a rare appearance on a Tuesday night for the RSeat.net Cup Series. That is their makeup from the Richmond date, which was messed up because of iRacing's wonderful job at the scoring system, or at the qualifying system. So that'll be tomorrow from Richmond, and then we haul them up to Martinsville for yet another short track on Thursday. So, Matt, for me, this is a very, very good week. You know how I love short track racing, and I love the Cup Series, so this is going to be a good week for me as far as racing in the Cup Series goes and commentating on it.
Well, it'll either be a blast for you, or it'll be a snooze fest. One way or the other, I hope it's a good race for you.
We'll have to wait and see. If you want to tune in to see which one it is, that's tomorrow, same time as usual on Noble Network 1, and then Thursday, same time as usual.
All I'm going to say is anybody but the 10.
Dave Washington, it didn't have too much of a dominating car last week because it was sitting in the pits with a blown motor. Blew up a little bit earlier than they expected. Very early in the race. Lights off on the iRacing.com Ford Mustang pace car. Michael Duell leads them back to the green flag. Olson's going to be second. David Boys third. Pace car set to pull in. There he goes. The green flag will wave, and we're back racing here at the Milwaukee Mile. Boyfield really gets bunched up at the back of the pack. They're able to make it through turns 1 and 2 so far. Clean and green as we race down the backstretch. Joseph Servone working on John Dragonetti for the 9th position. Servone looking to take the bottom side away from him. He will. Dragonetti way up the track. He's just managed to keep it out of the wall. Jeff Gilmore also is going to clear him, and now Husby working that bottom line. For the lead, Olson on the rear wing of Michael Duell. Here on lap number 88, the 88 is the leader. Will he lead this lap? Oh yeah, he'll get it. Olson's still battling him though, not really forcing an issue. Now he does. He looks slow. Duell kind of gave it to him. I think no, he'll fight back around the outside. Michael Duell not ready to get the lead just quite yet.
It was funny, Ben. Once the green flag dropped there, I was watching Duell and Olson and the difference in their lines, and Olson kind of went in middle off and then dove it in, and Scott Olson just sucked right down there on the bottom the whole time. And eventually Duell caught on to what Olson was doing, I think. And it's going to be a good battle up here for the actual 4 spots, I think.
Yep, David Boys and Scott Mullen are starting to catch these guys as well, and Duell's actually starting to put a little bit of distance between he and Olson for now on lap 91. And as I say that, Scott Olson gets a heck of a run through 3 and 4 and is within a car length in 1. He's on his rear wing off a 2, and on the backstretch he could be looking to make a pass in 3, not going to be close enough. Now Olson sticks his nose in. He saw a mistake from Duell. Duell goes up the track. Here comes Scott Olson. Look at David Boyles in the background looking to get in this as well. Duell not going to get bumped though. He's fighting hard on the outside. He's going to cut back low. A 3-car battle for the lead. Down the front straightaway, Michael Duell and Scott Olson side by side of the line. Olson had it by 43 1/1000ths. Now Boyes looks to battle for the lead as well. Duell trying to fight back on the outside. He'll have it on the backstretch. Side by side for the lead. Olson will clear him there. Can Duell fight back? No. Scott Olson clears him on the front stretch. Now Duell trying to possibly rally up and get back to his rear wing and try and make a move here. Top 4, tail to nose. Here comes Duell. He'll look low. Olson will cut him off. A fantastic battle for the lead. heading into the final 50 miles of this one. Oh, Noel gets sideways there. He did that very early on in the race. And now down, Boys looking to take the second position away. Then Boys gets a little sideways himself. These drivers are going at it like they're racing the lap 100. We still got 53 miles at the line. On board with David Ambo as he tries to work his way around Michael Noel. He's on the rear wing now. Look low, thought of it, no. Dan Boys also has to watch his rear view mirror. Scott Mullen is right there on his rear wing. Dan Boys now looks low. Does he have anything for him in 3 and 4? They'll battle side by side off of corner number 4. Who has the advantage at the stripe? It's going to be Dewell that time. Dan Boy's not done though. He looks low. Slides a little off of who thought Mullen was going to go inside and make it 3 wide. We're back to single file. And Scott Olson loving this in his rearview mirror. At the stripe, we're under the 50-mile mark. 49 to go. 9 miles, 49 laps. These 3 guys up here battling, Dan Boys, Dewell, and Mullen. While they're battling, Riley Roush, Andrew Hayes, Troy McLaughlin, and Stephen Arsenault, they're starting to slowly reel them in as Dan Boys got a little bit, Michael Dewell had little problems down in 3 and 4, and now Dan Boys takes the lead, or takes second place. Ooh, Dan Boys went a little high there. Here comes Mullen. Looking low. Not going to do anything. Fantastic battle these guys are putting on. Here comes Mullen. Looks low again. He'll decide to sneak back up in the line behind him. David Dan Boys running second, and oh no! Gives it up there to Mullen, and he could lose third to Dewell. I was just about to compliment him, and now Dan Boys all the way back to fourth. Dan Boys has got problems. Problems for the number 9. That car all of a sudden just off the pace. What's wrong?
I think that 9 car's needing some tires right now.
Yeah. Man, that is incredible. From second all the way back to this past lap score 6th. It'll be further than that, this one. Oh, and here we go. Dewell finally loops it around the whole way, and he's going to crash off of corner number 4. Look out. Almost gets collected by Joseph Servon.
And maybe this will give the 9 car a chance to get those tires that we were just talking about.
Yep. Oh. We've seen Dewell get sideways and sideways and sideways. Finally, he loops it around the whole way there and makes contact with the outside wall. Just about the same place Wayne Lemke Jr. did a few laps prior. So caution out, we'll get caught up to the pace car and begin pacing here, and we'll also begin this round of pitting here at the Milwaukee Mile.
I'm kind of wondering, Ben. I thought I saw the 9 and the 88 of Dwell earlier on in that battle. Might have touched each other, and I wondered if Dan Boys might have had some damage on that front wing.
Could be. We'll have to see how they attack the pitting here. Everybody is pretty much coming down pit road. Riley Roush decided to stay out. Michael Dewell is going to pull up behind the wall. Scott Olson's going to win the race off pit road, but like I said, Riley Roush, only car staying out. He might have done that to lead a lap. Let's see if he pits this time. If not, he'll be a sitting duck on this start, I do believe. This time at the line, it'll be 40 miles and 40 laps to go here in this 150 lap race for the CORT Trading Pace Championship Series.
Ben, did you happen to see where that 9 car came out from the pits?
Just about to update you on that. We were looking, and David D'Amboise will come out 6th and get set for the restart here. Riley Roush still out ahead of the field. He has not made his way to pit road. He's on the low side now. Not sure if he will come down this time or not, but like I said, he's out there on the older tires, and he might be a sitting duck, I'm afraid.
I honestly think anybody in that one hole is a sitting duck for Scott Olson tonight.
Well, that's true too. Lights out on the pace car. We mentioned the West Pro Series Late Model Season 3 earlier in the broadcast. By the way, those sign-ups are open as of right now. And to sign up for the Season 3 West Pro Series Late Model Division, all you have to do is go to westproseries.com, click Late Models at the top of the page, scroll down to the bottom of the Late Model page, and click on Season 3 Sign Up.
What night are those late models going to be running there, Ben?
Sunday nights. We're moving from Wednesdays to Sundays. Seems to be a better night for everybody, so we're going to move the late models to Sunday nights. A little bit earlier times, too, so we can get to bed earlier.
We're going to work on time.
Yeah, that too. Going to get to bed earlier here tonight because we're almost done with this race already. 38 laps, 38 miles, and Riley Roush already getting passed for the lead by Scott Olson right there. Clean so far through the rest of the field, but there is some intense racing going on. Three wide at the back of the pack. They get it back down to 2 wide. Coming to the line this time, Olson leads Riley Roush. Make that Olson lead Scott Mullen. Mullen's going to snag second place at the line. So Mullen jumps back to second, Roush back to third. Andrew Hayes has made his way into the top 5. He sits fourth. Here comes Riley Roush with a kill crease crossover down the backstretch. Roush looking to get second, back away from Scott Mullen. Now Andrew Hayes looking to get to the outside. Oh, David Dan Boyd almost makes contact with Riley Roush there. That was close. Dan Boyd's trying to make his way back into the top 5. He'll do it on the front stretch. 4th for David Dan Boys. Cusby has rebounded from the collisions on the pace laps. He sits 7th. Now he's going to get passed by McLaughlin here. Maybe. No. He still sits 7th. Battle for 3rd. Dan Boys on the inside of Andrew Hayes. David Dan Boys is having a fantastic night here tonight. And he's going to clear him off of 4. They get close. Riley Roush now on the inside of Hayes. That's for 4th. Roush pushes up a little bit. Steven Arsenault trying to get under him maybe on the backstretch. No, Husby's going to get under Arsenault. Husby looking for the 6th position. Possibly more. Husby passed Arsenault. Now McLaughlin's going to pass Husby. Oh boy, is the order getting shaken up here. Husby thought he was going to try and work his way up into the top 5. He's 8. Scott Olson leads now. We're under 30 laps to go, 29 to be exact. So the top 5 as they run right now. This top 5 brought to you by Trading Paint. Scott Olson is in the lead. Scott Mullen sits 2nd. David Dan Boys 3rd. 4th is Andrew Hayes, and rounding got the top 5 right now as they run. Riley Roush, who is on significantly older tires than the rest of these guys.
He may be on older tires, Ben, but he is still keeping up with them. So yeah, there is a gap between 4th through 5th, but caution's out.
Oh, a terrible crash down in corner number 4. Jeff Gilmore ended a catch fence in the number 57. That happened in front of Jeff Gilmore. Stephen Taylor, who set the pole. In front of him. Same place we've seen everybody else lose it down in 3 and 4, and Gilmore just had nowhere to go but in the back of him. And yeah, it's down in corner number 4. Flipped over one time. Jeff Gilmore have some work to do under this caution. Whew, so this gives us a moment to catch our catch our breaths. And Olson not gonna pit. Thought about taking some guys out. Patrick Healy's gonna lead John Dragonetti down pit road, and those are the only 2 cars that opt to pit this time by. This is gonna be a shootout with about 20 or so laps to go. So I don't think we're done seeing the action tonight. Want to thank you for tuning in with us tonight here at Noble Network 1. If you do the Facebook stuff, we encourage you to give us a like on Facebook. All you have to do is go to your search bar and type in Noble Motorsport. We also encourage you to follow us on Twitter. If you do the tweeter stuff, at Noble_Network1. Why, there you can follow Matt Weisrod and myself. At Deep in Killcrease for me, Matt. Well, nobody knows his.
Sorry about that. Been doing some technical difficulties with our streaming for Twitch. It still said Indianapolis 250, so we do apologize. It's now updated, so Chris Sweat, it's taken care of. Sorry about that. And yes, if you'd like to follow me, it's at Matt_Wise, W-E-I-Z. But yeah, do what you please.
You have it. Oh dear. Lights off on the pace car, and I tell you what, if you want to schedule a field trip for your son or daughter, they're in school, I highly suggest taking them to the Noble Network 1 Studios. Very interesting place. You'll learn a lot.
If they listen properly.
Yes. So we'll get the lights are off right now. We won't get the lights off because they're already off. Andy Kessler driving the pace car tonight.
Again?
Or at least we think he is. We think he is, yeah. So he'll pull it down on the pit road. 22 laps remain in this one. Who is going to come out on top? Pace car down pit road, and we're back racing here at the Milwaukee Mile. Clean so far, and we make it back. Olson's gonna lead it with 21 to go. David Damboyes works his way to second, having a fantastic run tonight. Can he hold on to that position? He's got Scott Mullen and Andrew Hayes to hold off in the final couple of laps. Husby got all sorts of wacko off of 4 and was able to pit straight. That car was pointed at the wall almost. Scott Olson running away with it. I think the battle though for the in this race will be for that second position between Scott Mullen and David Damboyes. Under 20 laps to go. It is go time now at the Milwaukee Mile. Sorry for the technical difficulties there. Had a mic plug unplug. that need to be unplugged. David and Boy still sits second, and I don't know, my eyes may be deceiving me here, but he might actually be closing the gap to Scott Olson's rear bumper. Dan Boy's trying to fend off Scott Mullen. That is for the second position. Just behind these guys, moving on back. Riley Roush and Troy McLaughlin are in a dandy of a battle for the 5th position. McLaughlin dives in low. They almost make contact. Now Steven Arsenault going to try and stick his nose on the inside of Roush. That'll be for the 6th position. Excuse me. Yes, 6th. Scott Olson still continuing the lead here. 12 laps remain at the Milwaukee Mile. I tell you what, Olson just, ever since he got out front, Matt, and he's had a few hurdles here and there and battles that he's had to deal with, but I tell you, other than that, this dude has just been on a rail tonight.
Yeah, he hasn't given up whatsoever. Even when he'd start second, third spot, he would get right back after it, get by these guys, and out to the front he would go, and it's his to lose now with 10 to go almost.
That it is coming this time. 10 laps to go for Scott Olson, and Damble is not closing that gap any. Well, I just lied. He closed it in about 0.03 of a second there. He's gonna need more than that if he wants anything to do with getting that win away from him. 9 to go this time. And boys closing in, but like I said, just hundredths at a time. I'm starting to wonder if Dan Boyes hadn't saved a little bit in that car. Try and run down Olson here at the end. Eight to go. Dan Boyes still a few hundredths. If Olson makes a small mistake, that'll be enough for Dan Boyes to be right there. Seven laps to go. Race not over by no means, as you can see it visually now. Dan Boyes slowly starting to reel him in, but I think he's going to run out of time. Scott Olson into 0-7 off of corner number 4. Oh, Dan Boyes gave it up right there sideways. 5 laps to go. Man, and Dan Boyes, you hate to see that. Still holding on a second though. With a battle for third behind him, Scott Mullen and Andrew Hayes. 4 laps to go, 4 miles. Here in round 5 of the CORT Trading Paints Championship Series. Andrew Hayes looking low on Mullen. That's for a podium finish. He's got 3 laps to do it. Mullen didn't give him too much of a challenge. Mullen might have damage or might have worn his tires out because Andrew Hayes was able to clear him with ease. And even though Dan Boyes gave up quite a bit of time, he is still starting to catch Scott Olson right now. Popsicle sticks, 2 to go. It's 0.6 of a second. Olsen has over Dan Boys. That's been the closest it's been all race. At least he's past 20 laps, I should say. Olsen makes a tiny mistake. Dan Boys couldn't get it. White flag in the air. We're on the last lap. Half a second it was at the line. Can he do it? He's got a 1/4 of a mile. I don't think he's going to be able to. Scott Olsen. We're used to seeing him do it on the road, but tonight he's going to do it on oval and win at the Milwaukee Mile. David Dambois comes home second. And Andrew Hayes is third. What a great race, Matt. That's how we like to see him end here in the CORT Shady Paints Championship Series.
That's exactly right. That was a heck of a finish there for, well, a heck of a win for Olsen to begin with. A heck of a finish for Dambois, who he was at one time 1.2 seconds back, and I didn't think he'd be able to catch up with Olsen like he did. 5-10 more laps, we could have a different winner here.
Oh, most definitely. And speaking of the winner, burning them down on the start-finish line here at the Milwaukee Mile. He gets it done. That's the most awkward donut I've ever seen. It's more of a half donut for Olsen there. But he gets it done tonight on the oval side of things. We'll talk to him and the rest of the top three right after this.
Hey race fans, it's Carl Edwards, driver of the number 99 Aflac Ford Fusion with your eye safety tip of the week. Did you know that 90% of eye injuries can be avoided simply by wearing the proper ANSI approved eyewear? More than 1 million Americans have lost some degree of sight due to eye injury. That's a risk that I'm just not willing to take. Go to wileyx.com to find a dealer near you and to learn more about the first premium performance sunglass company whose entire product line meets occupational safety standards. That's wileyx.com. Wiley X. Safety never looked so cool.
Does a real race car have a center post? Of course not, and neither should your race rig. The R-Seat Evo V3 with its unique design has no center post. The R-Seat Evo replicates what you would be accustomed to in your daily driver or something you may take to the track. It can accommodate drivers from 4'11" up to over 6'6" tall and is pre-drilled for all of the major wheel manufacturers on the market today. When it comes to performance, look no further than the R-Seat Evo V3. Check out the R-Seat Evo and other sim racing equipment by heading to www.rseat.net.
There is no way to avoid a ticket if you don't use your seatbelt. Cops are stepping up enforcement and looking for unbuckled drivers like never before. If you don't buckle up, you will get stuck with a ticket. Click it or ticket.
We're back here at the Milwaukee Mile. And I get to interview every one of the top three tonight because our producer is busy getting the picture you see to you down there in the production booth right now. Though I'm going to catch up with Andrew Hayes, who had just passed Scott Mullen at the very end of this race to pick up third. Andrew, walk us through your race.
Wow, that was a fantastic race. Started 12th, and I worked my way up into a top 5 position, and we had that mix-up there during one of the cautions. Had to replace the front wing, and then I just drove myself up there. Then right at the end of the race, Dave slipped up with 5 to go and made me have the chance to catch, because I never would have caught the 25 if Dave didn't slip up. And then it was one thing to catch him, but pass him was another. But I ended up passing him, and this is my first podium since last season, but my first podium on an oval in such a long time. I think it's since my 2010 championship season, but it's just so good to be up front again, and hopefully there's some good things to come.
Speaking of good things to come, is this a momentum booster for you and your team for the coming weeks here in the CORT Training Pants Championship Series?
Oh, for sure. The start of the season, except for the first race of the season, I think I finished 6th or so, but the last couple weeks I've just been frustrated. Just my sponsors weren't very happy, and I had to do something here, and I pulled it off, and I made everyone happy. A lot of people congratulated me just now, and it feels really good.
Well, I'll make another person to congratulations. Congratulations on your podium finish tonight. Who do you want to thank for getting here?
All the fans out there, thanks to you guys, thanks Dave, Chris, John, Kevin for the admin team. I'm part of the admin team, but so we do a very hard job keeping this league like really good. Yeah, that's it. That's just thank you, thanks everyone, and have a great night.
Yeah. There you have it, Andrew Hayes. I'm gonna walk over here to David Dam Boys, and man, Dave, I don't know about you, but I thought you were gonna catch him.
Oh man, I tell you what, we had a great Target Toyota powered entry tonight. I mean, we really thought that tonight was going to be the night. I mean, Scott even told me after the race when I just talked to him right now that if it was 10 laps longer, I would have passed him. And it's just, I'm not supposed to be running up here, Ben. I'm not supposed to be doing that. But honestly, no. I mean, great run. I got to thank Chris Sweat for helping me out there at the end. Helped me out a ton. 23rd to 2nd, last to 2nd on the night. I'll take that for sure.
Yeah, I was about to ask you about that. How was it coming from 23rd, working your way all the way up to the field? Just walk us through your race from the beginning to the end.
Well, we started off in the back, and I didn't really get a good qualifying run, and I actually think that might have been a blessing because, honestly, it was allowing me to figure out how to get around cars, and it really helped, and we were able to make it to 10th before the first pit stop. Of course, we had that whole incident under caution, which really sucks, but I know that really kind of jumbled up the field a bit, but we were able to take advantage of it, and I really think we had something for Scott. Again, I think if we just had another 5-10 laps, if this was the Toyota Racing Development 175, I think we could have had it.
Most definitely. Dave, you got it home second, which is pretty dang good for you, and who do you want to thank for getting you here?
I want to thank each and every single member of the Championship Online Racing teams for their support. Honestly, this feels like a win. I got to thank Chris Sweat. I got to thank John Dragonetti. I got to thank Kevin Bartelt. Kevin runs an awesome fixed setup series named the American Sim Racing Association on Thursday nights. Go check them out. Go ASRA.com. CourtRacing.com as always. And, man, wow. Did I really finish second? Did that really happen? That really happened.
Yep, that really did.
Going to try and parlay it into Road America next week. I know you guys aren't there, but in 2 weeks, maybe by the time we head to either Iowa or Kansas, I can't remember. I'm too amped. We'll try and get one more.
There you have it. David Damboy is going to be partying hard tonight in the infield at Milwaukee. Hey, Matt.
Yes, Ben.
Play some music while I run the victory lane. Do something to entertain these people. Whatever you do, don't put the camera on me running.
Let me see if I can find that camera real quick.
I'm going to work my way down here. Victory lane. I tell you what, Scott Olson, he's going to be pretty excited to talk to us. What about David Damboy for that driver and that team?
That was a great thing for Dan Boys. I've been waiting for that all year, and after last season, man, that guy couldn't catch a break at all. And finally, he got that break he needed.
David Knuckles got to be...
Jump in here. I know I cut him off mid-conversation. Sorry about that, Scott, but gonna get an interview with you real quick. Man, at the end of that race, you had to be sweating bullets, and I know I use that term a lot, but did you think Dave was going to catch you?
With 10 more laps to go, even 5 laps. I was just talking to Dave about that when you came over here. 5 more laps, Dave would have had this. I got to give this one. This is a first for me, man. This is an oval track, right?
Yep. First on the oval, and we talked about it at the beginning of the race when you just pulled out to one heck of a... Scott, did this track help you as far as your road course knowledge, the flat road courses and this flat track? Did that help any at all coming into the night?
Honestly, I don't know. I really can't tell you. We were halfway through practice, and I was a good 6, 7 tenths off the leader's pace. And I watched a couple of the guys, the fast guys, go around the track, and I realized, what they were doing. And I went out and I tried it, and I just gained on it. I grabbed it, and I was gone. It was a lot of fun. This is so many firsts here. Hometown track, first win here in Milwaukee. I love the fans. I got a couple people watching here that I told about at work, and this race definitely crew chief, all crew chief here. Kevin Bartelt. If you guys never had him for a crew chief, well, too bad for you, but I got him now, and he ain't going anywhere.
There you have it. Well, I know you want to thank him, but I'm pretty sure there's some other guys you'd like to thank too, and I'll give you a few minutes to thank them.
Joseph Cervone, great car owner. Got to thank CORT. Got to thank Dave Danboys for not overdriving his car and making a good run, making this race interesting for the fans. This is something special for me. I can look back on now and think of Dave was on his way to a win, but I think next year he's going to push it for 130 laps. But got to thank the fam. They let me do this every week, and it's just a great pleasure to be here. Got to thank you guys for broadcasting. I know you guys do a great job. Man, I'm getting thirsty. It's time to go drink some Miller beer.
There you have it. He's going to be partying down there with David Danboys tonight. Scott, congratulations on the win, and good luck next week.
Yep. See you guys later.
There you have it, Scott Olson, your winner tonight here at Milwaukee Mile, the 150 lapper in the CORT Trading Paints Championship Series. Matt, throw that results page up because it's time to look at them coming home with the win. Olson came home with the win. David Danboys came home second. We talked to him, talked to Andrew Hayes, who was third. Scott Mullins so close to a podium finish, but got passed with just a few laps remaining. He actually had the fastest lap time of the race with a 22.314. Troy McLaughlin, good finish for him. He comes home fifth. Sixth was Joseph Cervone. Seventh, Stephen Arsenault. Riley Roush came home eighth. Mike Husby, ninth. Johnny Martin came home 10th. Patrick Healy.
Go ahead, Ben.
Patrick Healy, 11th. I was waiting on you. 12th was John Dragonetti. 13th, Stephen Taylor. Jeff Gilmore came home 14th. Michael Duell came home 15th. Jake Finch, 16th. Brian Sullivan was 17th. Wayne Lemke Jr., 18th. Chris Sweat, 19th. 20th was Cody McCorkle. Daniel Holloway, 21st. Nick Stoller, 22nd. Timothy Silman, 23rd. And Tim Watson, who didn't make a lap, was 24th. All in all, a great race here at the Milwaukee Mile. Like Dave said, we're off next week, but we return the week after, Matt, and we've got I'm pumped. I can't wait after seeing this race tonight. This was a fantastic finish, a fantastic win, a fantastic second place for David Danboys. A good finish all around for a bunch of guys, and just all in all, a great race.
Like you said, all in all, a great race. Great finish for Hayes. Great finish for Danboys. And hey, first for Olson. One of these guys is going to turn around their season, and I think it started right here.
Oh, most definitely. And as we head out of the Milwaukee Mile tonight, Matt, any final closing statements?
I'll pack up the truck and start heading to Iowa or Kansas or wherever Danboy said we were going.
There you have it. We will see you not next Monday, but the Monday after. For you Noble Network 1 fans, we'll see you tomorrow and Thursday for the Cup Series. For Matt Weisbrod, I'm Ben Kilcrease. I want to thank David Danboys, the whole crew at CORT Racing. You can find them at CORTRacing.com. That's it for us at the Milwaukee Mile. We hope you enjoyed. Have a great week, and remember to put the phone down.